What's happening, fish and friends? Welcome to another live. Hopefully this is all working. Hopefully my earbuds are working. I didn't test those before. Usually there's somebody in here, but yeah, there's nobody in here. No Randall. I don't know where he's at. It was supposed to be me and Randizzle tonight. He's MIA. I don't know what to say. So you got Debo. That's it. Sorry. What's happening? I think we're working. Looks like we got people in here. Make sure the stream is up and running. Debo fixing his makeup. Yeah, enough makeup couldn't fix this ugly mug. Let's see. Hey, Feashin family. Hey, Feashin friends. Clamshells for Dizzle. I think we're working. Let me know. Somebody let me know. Make sure my audio and stuff's working. I had people, and then it looks like dropped. It's up. Okay. Well, what is happening? I don't know. We were gonna talk to Randall about fishing, what we've been up to, what the future plans are. You can see I got a whole mess back here. I was getting ready to film a subscriber video today of stuff. Speaking of, I see Nick Fatboy Fishing in there. I've got some year stuff. Rob's in here. All the members. I always want to start off by saying thank you to all the members, Matt, Scott. So anybody that's got the little symbol deal by their name, if and there was somebody asking last time, how do you get the symbol? I set up the memberships. So there's like a few different levels, like $1.99, $5, and I think $9, something like that. Because people were hounding me for the longest time. So it's another way to help support me in the channel. If you like what I'm doing, I never ask for donations, any of that stuff, but damn, I appreciate it. I couldn't believe when I checked how many members we were up to. I was going to bring that up, but I don't remember how many we're up to, but way more than I thought. So love y'all, appreciate you. So listen, tonight is going to be a ton of fun. I've got nothing specific planned. I want to have a bunch of questions from you all driving this. And see what we get into. Hopefully we'll spark some fun conversations. We'll share a screen here. If there's somebody that wants to join tonight, since I guess Randall's ditching me. I didn't get a text from him. I'm guessing he's sleeping. We went fishing today. We had a fun day. Caught, I don't know, probably 50 frogfish. I don't think I caught any, maybe one that was a 2. The rest were smaller than that, like pound and a halfers. But damn, it was a ton of fun. Like there was a spot I found on this log that was just fire. Ton of fun. Couldn't believe it. So what do we got? Who do we got in the house? Rob, do we have any questions? Tom, Dustin in the house. Another Iowa boy. What's up, dude? Westfall. Oh, he said he can't hang long. Thought I'd drop in at least say hi. Westfall, how are you, brother? See you out there catching more fish. Jermaine's in here. Liza fishing the 413. So what are you? Dizzle locked in Vicky Stark's basement again? Probably. Yeah, I don't know. Dizzle, blink twice if you're in trouble. We don't know. We can't see him. Let's see. Maybe. Steve Elmer said dying for a frogfish this year. Which I could catch 1 or 2. But you catch 50. Mendoza says, dude, that's the first good like numbers day I've had so far this year. It's been. I think I've said it at the end of pretty much every video that this year has been a struggle, a grind, to say the least. So, Rob, how's your thumb? Yeah, I did get some bass thumb today. That was pretty cool. Let's see. I'm a bank angler. Paul says I'm a bank angler from New Jersey. The only lure that works for me is the Ned rig. I can't pay fish to bite on a bladed jig, spinnerbait, buzzbait, or frog. I didn't mean to hide that. Paul, I would reckon to say that you've found success on a Ned rig. You've tried other baits, and you probably get to be like me with big swim baits, and you'll tie on these other baits and fish them for a little bit. And then you're like, man, I want to catch fish and revert back to the Ned rig. That's the way I am when I try like the big swim baits. I try them for 45 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, this is dumb. I'm gonna do other stuff. So I would say, Paul, if you really want to work on those other rigs, leave the Ned rig home and take like 2 lures. So right now, let's see, you're in New Jersey. I don't know how far north or west is that of Iowa. I would say your weather's probably pretty close to what we've got going on right now. Did I say north and west? Northeast, east and north. The other east, west. So I would say, I don't know what kind of spots you fish, if they're more rocky, if they're more woody. Um, but like a Texas rig, just like a little lightweight quarter ounce Texas rig with like a worm, um, like a flipping bait, like a missile baits D-bomb, something like that. Flip and pitch wood. I don't know, Paul, how long you've been a subscriber. You remember? Thank you, brother. But one of my sayings is find wood, pitch to wood. You know, in summer as the sun gets up. Today we kind of had a good day because we were fishing like a big grass flat and it was cloudy all day and kind of drizzled on and off. Like it was perfect fishing conditions. But in the summer, those fish will get like if you're fishing shallow, once that sun comes up, a lot of those fish will get tight to cover. So some people hate it, but it's also kind of nice because you kind of can predict where those fish will be. So if you're flipping and pitching it, you know, laydowns or little brush piles, you know, isolated piles of stuff. A Texas rig is another great way to learn. So you said bladed jig, spinner bait, buzz bait, or frog. Each one kind of has their own deal, but I would say take just a couple of those and focus on those for the day. Be ready to skunk, you know, because you know you're not used to it. Where do I fish it? How do I fish it? But that's the best way to get better at it. That way you can't just can't revert back. Let's see. Where did we go? I hate it when it does that and flips up. Frogs have been on fire for me too. What up from Nebraska? Fish and fix. Awesome, dude. I do love me some frog fish. This or that. Buzzbait or spinnerbait? Generally, I'm a spinnerbait fan. I don't fish the buzzbait enough. I like a buzzbait, but it's not like I don't reach for a buzzbait as much as other things. So if I had to pick one, it'd be the spinnerbait. But buzzbaits are fun. I fished them last year quite a bit more than I normally do. Let's see. What else? What else do we have for questions? Always the best content. Thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot. Appreciate all y'all who continue to support old Debo. Free Dizzle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Dizzle's at. I said I'm guessing he's sleeping. I would guess that he laid down to take a little nappy nap. We did grind pretty hard today, so it's a good sesh. Good frog fishing session. Oh yeah, lizard on the Texas rig. I just got some Zoom. They're upstairs, but I got here. Actually, I will show you all since I can do the sharing thing. Let's go here. Let's go here. Share this, and I think I got it right first try. Boom. So if y'all want to know a secret color, this is a secret Zoom color that I talk about here, and it's not really a secret. I pretend it's a secret, but if we go to Zoom and the lizards, it was secret for me because I didn't know they made it in anything else beside the Zoom finesse worm. Then I had a subscribe fusion friend send me some stuff. Was that, oh god, was that Michael or Nathan? I can't remember who sent it, but it's the gooseberry color, secret color here in Iowa that I absolutely love. And I just got some in the lizards. I did not know they made these in the lizards, so I will show you the color. If you like darker colors, it's just a little bit different. Maybe it's a confidence thing, but I absolutely love this color. Gooseberry. It's like a spin on like a grape, dark grape, and June bug. Love it. But I think it was a Dick's exclusive, Dick's Sporting Goods. I thought was the only place that you could get it. It was like one of their deals they had with Zoom. Let's see if it shows that in the trick worms. So black grape is one of my other favorites. That's what I said. It's like kind of a mix between this and June bug. Let's see. Yeah, I think for the trick worm, I think it's an exclusive for that. I don't know why or how they did that, but I guess you got to go to Dick's if you want to get the gooseberry zoom. And then somebody else sent me some, well, that was either Nathan or Michael that sent me the little brush hog in gooseberry, which I didn't know they made. Another good one if you like black and blue. Their blueberries are really good color. Candy bug is my other favorite. So that's usually the one that you can find, which is like kind of their spin on June bug. So if you've got kind of darker stained water for whatever reason here in Iowa, I've still got this old one. This one isn't isn't the same. I'll show you here in a second. But I found a claw. Oh gosh, they do have them on here. Oh, such a good color. Huh. Yeah, I didn't know. Oh, they're out of stock. Well, never mind. I just teased y'all and you can't even find them. But anyway, today, when we were fishing, I will show you this real quick. So people ask, why black and blue? There's not black and blue stuff out there in the wild. Look at that. That's a crawfish claw, and you're going to get my reflections and stuff. Come on, focus, baby. Oh, no, not that. Oh, my gosh. What is this? He's an amateur. Well, it's not going to focus. There we go. Look at that. Black on the outsides, dark blue with like orange tips. So I'm going to have to like try to tie up some jigs that are black, like a muted blue and orange tips. So that's the fun part about tying your own jigs like these. Nick Fatboy Fishing is in here too. He's been a good help to me learning this stuff. But tying your own jigs, that'll be fun. That'll be something I'll have to do, is like the Iowa craw. And speaking of things that I do, I paint my own crankbaits. If you've been a follower of the channel for any amount of time, I paint my own crankbaits, and I should be having a drop soon. I couldn't believe the last drop that I had was December. It's been 6 months since I've released any cranks. Busy with stuff, and time just gets away. I couldn't believe it when I was going back and checking my files. Yuck. This or that. Arby's fries or Chick-fil-A fries. I actually fished in the Southeast. Funny thing, I stopped and had Arby's. I hadn't had Arby's in forever, and they're like crinkle cut fries. I don't know how long they've had those, because I'm not big on the curly fries. I don't really care for them. They're all right. But dude, those crinkle cut fries are pretty money. They've got this like Bronco sauce stuff, I think they call it. Ooh wee, that's damn good. But I'll eat either of them. Usually Chick-fil-A, because my girls love Chick-fil-A. I have 2 daughters, and they love the Chick-fil-A stops. So Tizzle out chasing free stickers. Dustin says, "Yeah, that dude loves his stickers." What else we got here? So everybody leave your questions, comments. I'm gonna try to get to as many of these as I can. Like, if they're not too crazy of a question, or just kind of running through here. But we're just planning to have fun. I don't know. I think Kuda was in here too. Kuda, I don't think I said hi to you. But like I was saying, if there's anybody that wants to jump on and hang out, Gooseberry, Alan says, yes, Gooseberry. Best topwater frog color is all black, or variation of black for me anyway. 9 out of 10 times I'm throwing an all black or some sort of black. So this has got like black and blue. This is a swamp donkey from Reaction Innovations, but all black. That's what I caught him on today, was a little black scum popping trophy frog. I'll show you. I'm not sold on it. I feel like the hookup ratio on it was a little bit I swung on a lot of fish. That one. Swung on a lot of fish, but I like the scum frogs. Their trophy, the big trophy series I had good luck with last year. But this is like their little popping one. Hadn't ever used them before. Kind of a cool design, but it's a little bit more of a finesse deal. So after I started getting some bites, the scum frog trophy series popper frog, smaller. Does it say like maybe 2.5 inches? 2.25. I was close. So it's a little bit smaller, more compact profile, and you can see here, that's what it looks like. Already comes cut and everything. I actually cut mine just a little bit more, maybe another inch, half inch off. But I was throwing, I think they call it like midnight, new moon. That's what I was throwing today, and caught all of those bass on. So it's pretty cool, because the nose, it doesn't really show it, but the nose is like part of the plastic just like sucked back in. So it's not like say a Booyah Pad Crasher, or some of the other frogs where it's like a distinct cup in the plastic where it's like kind of hard around it. The thing I like about the scum frogs, or in really any of these, that is it trophy? Is that the big one, or are those? No. What's I thought it was like the launch, trophy launch or something. Yeah, this one. So the material, plastic or whatever this is made of, is really soft on the scum frogs, and they've got a weight, so they sit kind of butt down. You never ever have to make them pee, like squeeze them, and pee the water out of them. It's got this open hole. And I remember the first one I bought, I'm like, what in the hell are they doing? These people have no clue what they're doing making a frog. Because I'd used them like a long time ago, but after I re-upped on them a couple years ago, man, I like them. And it wasn't even these, it was actually, gosh, who was it? I I'm blanking on his name. He's been a subscriber for a long time. But he said try some of the trophy, these actually. Had a lot of luck on these, but the same deal where it's got the weight and then they open a hole in it. A lot of luck on them. I like the scum frogs. But anyway, as I was saying, the soft body is like molded into the nose and like pulled back. So when you look at like a booyah, I will show you the difference here. When you look at a booyah frog, it's got like a little bit harder kind of plastic in the front where they make the cup of the mouth. Whoops, that's the 3-pack. So like this one, will it show you the mouth? Kinda. So you can see they've specifically made and molded the mouth like this, where it's a little bit kind of harder around the edges, where that like it's that piece. So I noticed on the scum frog, it's all the same piece of like plastic, and it's just kind of pulled in. So very soft, but like I said, with that little bit smaller profile, I feel like it kept kind of getting pulled down and bunched up in front of the hooks. It did turn around. So one big thing that I always talk about is the ability for a frog, once you get them hooked, is for the ability to uh the like actual body to move out of the way of the hooks. Because you'll notice a lot of times you'll bring in a fish, it's hooked like this, and this stuff's out of the way. So that scum frog did do that, but I noticed that it pulled down the nose a little bit easier. So this part kept pulling back off the kept pulling back off the spot where you tie it, kept pulling off here and kind of scrunching down. So I'll talk about that in the video, but I don't know if you all have used them. I'm going to get to those comments here in a second. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Oh yeah, black grape is another really good color in the Zoom stuff. The Zoom Old Monster. I like the black grape, and it's is that what the purple one is? There's a black one with purple flake. It's a black grape. I don't remember. Let's see. Texas grown. On average, how many rods do you take with you bank fishing? So usually, I will load up the truck with probably 8 or 9 combos, and then I'll switch stuff in and out. So like today, when we went to the frog spot, I took 3 combos. I had like a wacky rig, and I didn't know when we got there that it was going to be so grassy. So I had like a wacky rig rigged up with one of my weighted heads. I made some more of those. Um, a chatterbait, I think. No, swim jig, and then the frog. And then once you got there, it was just so grassy you couldn't fish anything. And luckily, I got on that frog bite, and I was like, well, I took the rest of the stuff back to the truck and then just walked around with the frog rod. So that's usually how I do it, and then switch stuff in and out as needed. If I get to like a really big pond and I don't know, I would say usually 4 or 5 is all I'll take with me and walk around. Got to be able to move. You can't have like 10 combos with you. I don't know why I have these in anymore. Nobody's talking to me. So Ronery. Why does merthiolate work in Iowa ponds? Merthiolate works in a lot of places. I think it's just because it's a weird, loud, aggressive color that's easy to see. Um, I don't know, especially around spawn, people will talk about like a trick worm, fishing one of those like spawn, post spawn. I don't know if it's just because it's so annoying that they eat it. Another thing too is it's so easy to see. You can really see what you're doing when you're fishing that slow. So I often wonder if that has something to do with it, that you can just keep that much better of an eye on your bait. Because if you're throwing like a green pumpkin trick worm or something, you throw it out there a little way, it's easy to lose track of that, and then you can't see it. And if you're moving it and doing things that you don't want to be doing, or you can't even see it anymore, is that going to impact the bite or what you're doing? So I think sometimes just being able to see that, or like an all bright white, being able to see that bait the whole time can help if you're fishing shallow. Hey, Jim's in here. Jim, if you're bored, you can jump in. Or Kuda. There's Kuda. What's up, brother? My top color jig is all black. Yeah, I honestly don't fish an all black jig a lot, Matthew. Black and purple, black and blue around here. Let's see. Hey, TJ. Everybody's saying hi to TJ. Jim, what's up? What's up? Yeah, he said he needs another one tonight. Or Nick, if you want to jump in, you can jump in. Mr. Randall Williams Sully, good evening, brother. How are you? Jermaine. What do we got? What would be your top baits for bank fishing around grassy or muck bottoms? Oops, sorry. Man, I need to do a video on that. I want to start doing like a little quick quip video. If y'all watch the video that Randy and I did, just kind of going over, I did 3 combos, he did 3 combos, and just doing kind of a quick rundown and talk about it. I thought that was kind of fun. I got some decent feedback on it. I was hoping that video would do a little bit better. I think it got like 8 or 9,000 views, which is okay. But starting to put some of that stuff together. So, Fat Guy Bass, and I would say I would actually like to do a video of that and kind of breaking down specific spots. So, what do you do in small lakes or ponds that have a bunch of wood? How do you fish mucky bottoms is one, or like really grassy spots, and kind of get a little bit more specific. That way, if that's a place you fish, um, that video should help you. But let's see, my top baits for fishing mucky bottom. So something, I mean, you have to go one of two ways. Something that stays up and out of it, or something that that falls slow, and you can pick off those fish before it even gets to the bottom. So like wacky rig, weightless Texas rig of some sort, drop shot. I hate saying that, but I know a lot of people do that when it's got that mucky bottom. Tokyo rig, I suppose you could probably do depending on how mucky the bottom is. I'm not a huge fan of the Tokyo rig. Let's see, you can do like a split shot rig, mojo rig, which is just like I used to call it the poor man's Carolina rig, and I would just take 2 weight stoppers and just take like a bullet weight, like a worm weight, little 1/4 ounce or an 1/8 ounce even. Just double peg that up your line, a foot or so, or you could just do a split shot. I don't like crimping that on my line. Run one of those, and then you can use a pretty buoyant soft plastic. You can throw the weight out there, and the weight kind of drags like a kind of a downsized Carolina rig, and you've got your plastic floating back here on the hook. So something like that, or I just stay above it. So I'm going, top water or something to search the middle of the column without getting into that. That's how I usually tackle those places. And we just skipped. I hate when the comment deal does this. There's too many comments. Can't keep up with y'all. I don't know where it went. It just skipped ahead. So best tip. I don't know what that was. Strike King Sexy Frog. I don't know what we're talking about here. I'm behind 747. So 8, 9. Bought a scum frog because of you fishing them. Oh, nice. Hopefully you like it. Did anyone win the Thunderhawk giveaway for using your code a couple weeks ago? Yes, I pinned them on the Thunderhawk video, and I think I pinned. It was actually Mike that won it on that video. You didn't have to comment on the video. I just picked a random person. Thunderhawk sent me a list of everybody that purchased. So I did. Those giveaways are done, and I think I shared him on my story. I think he posted a picture of it. Oh, let's see. Hamzan, hopefully is how you say it. My sons and I learned a lot from you. You're the best fishing YouTuber out there. Oh, that's kind of you. I'm not the best fishing YouTuber out there. There are a lot of other awesome channels out there, so I appreciate that. It's our year fishing and following your advice. We're catching some nice ones. Well, good. I'm glad you are, because it's like I don't know what the hell I'm doing this year. It's been a rough grind, but awesome. I'm glad y'all are catching them. That's good to hear. Thank you. I like the kind words. Fishing the Southeast, I've been having lots of luck on the Mega Bass Bigabo. I really want to not like that frog, but it is nice. Jackal Gavacho, I haven't put very much time in with that one. I don't think I've caught a single fish on it. And the Big Zoom Frog, I haven't fished that one a ton either. I kind of like a middle size. Like if I could pick one, like a Spro 65, like the regular Spro. I don't think I have one sitting here. Or the River to Sea Bullywa 2 is actually another one of my favorites. I don't have any here, but B-Dog, first time using a bait caster, used Chatterbait, black and blue with a Zacho. Boom, PB. Learned it all from watching you. Woo! That's awesome, dude. Good work. I do love me the Chatterbait Zacho combo. That's not really a secret. A lot of people use that one, but good stuff, brother. Good stuff. So if your bass lake is stocked with trout in the spring, do you match the hatch and throw the trout imitation lures? I don't. Like the big trout lakes, where the guys are throwing the big, as Hank would call them, big hoodies. I don't really get into that. I don't really do trout color a lot for like plastics and stuff. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. If you see them eating trout and stuff, because like when they hatch them here, when they stock them here, because all the places that I have are stock trout, um, I want to say 8 inches is the smallest. So, if you've got big bass in there that are eating 8-inch trout, yeah, absolutely. But I don't really throw to throw to match the hatch on trout. But a lot of guys do. Just because I don't doesn't mean you should listen to me. A lot of guys do. Ooh, favorite spot to fish in Iowa. If I could only go one place, I need to make it up more to Okoboji. Okoboji is probably one of the best top 3 fisheries that we have here. The Mississippi is probably 2, and that's not any specific order, just 1, 2, 3. If I had to pick a third lake, and I don't really fish those. I'm just talking about like what the best lakes are. My favorite spot to fish would probably be, we have Lake McBride here that's pretty close. That's like 35 minutes for me. Um, that's a fun one because there's a lot of different stuff in there. Actually, there are spotted bass in there. I don't know how far south they go here in Iowa. That might be the farthest south they are, but those are fun to catch. I doubled up on one of those. That was one of my first times ever doubling up, throwing a little Rapala skitter pop, and caught 2 on 1. That was a pretty fun day. Um, and I don't go there enough. I feel like you have to have the boat more often than not. It's like feast or famine if you're fishing that spot from the bank. But I don't know. Honestly, I would like to fish the Mississippi more. I'm not really a river guy. I don't fish the rivers a ton, so I would say I would like to get better at river fishing. Bullywah is my favorite frog. Yeah, I hear you there, man. Have you tried the Magnum trickworms? I have fished them a little bit, not as much as the regular trickworm. I definitely have more faith and confidence in a regular trickworm. However, there was a guy that I saw, this has been years back, fished a lot of the same local spots that I did, and he was talking about wacky rigging a bullworm. So it's not the trickworm, but the Strike King KVD bullworm. I'll show you. This is like a 9-inch worm, I think. Oops, I'm not sharing. And he caught back-to-back PBs wacky rigging one of these. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! Like, you're wacky rigging that? It's like, yeah. Shows me pictures of the fish he caught. I'm like, damn, I need to try this. Not that you would wacky rig those. That story just came to mind, so I'm kind of off on a tangent. But throwing like the big shaky heads. Why are we not working here? Throwing the big shaky heads with them and stuff. I know a lot of guys do that, especially when you're, ledge fishing and kind of doing those, dragging those deeper humps and drop offs and stuff. I don't do a lot of that fishing. It's not my strong point. I would like to get a lot better at that, but I need to have like somebody, with electronics and knows what they're doing and can find the spots. Because if you try to go out and like just a John boat without electronics and try to find those spots, it's so hard. Can I just search this? It at all. All right, hold on. Let's see if we can find it here. I think that's what it's called, the KVD like bullworm. I want to say, yeah, no, is that not what it's called? Maybe I'm dreaming this. Oh, it's one word, bullworm, 10-inch, yeah, 10-inch. So, dude had this wacky rigged, throwing it out there, caught some big bass. This black and blue swirl is good. I like that color, kind of like the hematoma. But yeah, I don't really fish these. He did. They're all out. Must be somewhat popular. A lot of more. Anyways, that's that story. I don't know where I was going with that, but walleyes. I don't know if this was a question for me or not, but I did catch like 4 or 5 walleyes the other day on one of my homemade or home painted jerk baits, which was pretty fun. Caught one that was a pound and a half, 2 pound, decent size. Dustin, another Iowa guy. The main thing I'm starting to look at with frogs is the bottom keeled for open water, more sparse cover, flatter, wider frog for cheese mats. Yeah, there are definitely frogs that will walk a lot easier versus some that will kind of like, I don't know what it would be like. I want to say like trudging or like, I don't know what that would be. As opposed to like that actual walking action if you want to cover water that way. Yeah, I would check out the bully wall. That's a really good one. I don't know if you've used that one, but yeah, Dizzle's frolicking around with stickers. Probably. Who knows? Who knows with that guy? Plum caught me a 7.9. Damn. Good stuff, Liza. Can't leave anything in the truck in Jersey, otherwise, you might get. Yeah, I hear you. That's anywhere these days, it seems like, which is sad. Tyler, do you have any tips for using toad lures? So when I'm fishing a toad, so I'm assuming you're talking about. Let's go here. Speaking of Strike King, they have the Strike King toad that we can look at. Not that one. It's the Strike King Rage Toads. So the Rage Toads are one that I have fished a decent amount, not as much as Randy. Randy fishes these actually quite a bit. But a soft plastic toad like this, if you look at it, it's essentially a downsized mix between like a frog. So if you're thinking like a buzzbait, and I don't have any here, like a Zoom horny toad. You can put these on the back of a buzzbait. A lot of guys will fish them that way. Strike King has one, I think, that comes with it. But if you want to fish them just plain as is, let's see here real quick if I might have skipped it. But fish them on the back of a buzzbait creates a lot of commotion. Shallow wood if you're running by a bunch of like stumps, lay down little brush piles. Awesome way. It's loud. So if you've got pretty dirty water, or if there's a really good ripple on the water, kind of cloudy and you're looking to hit those spots, a lot of sound, a lot of commotion, good way to draw fish and bring them up and out of that stuff to attack it. Did I skip it again? I'm not going to go back down again. Here we are. But I think they have one that comes with, yeah, right there. So that's what I mean. I don't know if you fished them this way, but this is a really good way to fish them. War Eagle. I've fished the War Eagles like that. They have one that comes, it used to come with a horny toad, I think. But throw them that way. If you want to throw it as a regular soft plastic, so without the buzzbait part, if you're running like a, what would it be? 4-aught, I think, on those. A weightless 4-aught is nice because you can take it up and over that kind of sparse, scattered grass. So I don't really fish these in cheese and stuff. They're not as heavy. So you have to picture a bass looking up, at that cheese. And it has to have some weight to actually make a profile to get through that for fish to actually be able to see it and key in on it. So kind of sparser spots, grass. Remember, it's going to be more of a subtle kind of finesse plop to it. So, if you've got a ton of wind and a ton of, you know, grass where they can't really get to it, I don't really use them. So that's kind of how I differentiate the two, the buzz bait and just the regular frog. But they do work and they're fun. They will definitely draw some bites. Bass eat anything? Yeah, actually, funny enough, today we were fishing. I met a dude out where we were fishing. Good dude, nice guy, and we ended up get talking. And he's like, "Dude, look at this!" Pulls a little baby mouse out of the bass's mouth that he just caught on a Cinco. So it had literally just ate a mouse and was half hanging out of there. I wouldn't have believed it if he would have told me, "Oh yeah, I caught one." I'd have been like, "Yeah, right." He pulled it out of there. Sure enough, it was little mouse. Philip's in here. What's up, Mr. Philip Cheek? I throw that Magnum trick worm with no weight. Excellent action. The black one gets hammered. Yeah, an all black worm. I used to throw those. I haven't as much lately. But yeah, an all black, it works in clean water, clear water. It works in dirty water. Creates a good silhouette. It's just a good all around color. Caro's in here. What's up, Miss Caroline Ferg? No question. Just wanted to say hi to everyone and much respect from Japan across the pond. What's up, brother? Thanks for watching. Just started. David says, hit the like button. Yeah, if you like these kind of lives, I don't know. So I was kind of on the edge of, am I going to keep doing lives? Do people like them? I feel like some of the engagements dropped down on them. We used to have a ton of people in here. We got 214, which is awesome. There for a while, though, I was getting like 300, 350 on the streams, pretty consistent. So it's like, do we still do these on Saturday nights? I don't know. If y'all like it, comment, leave a thumbs up. Let me know what y'all think. I should be getting there here in a little bit. 808, and I'm at 754. Was until it skipped again. Let's see. Well, I don't know. We're gonna skip to this though. See, how do you research new lakes? Okay, Rob, how do you research new lakes for where to attack the banks? I've tried Google Earth, but not much luck. Yeah, Google Earth. Google Earth. I use more to find places, like more local places. Uh, Sometimes you just have to go out there. Otherwise, we have a DNR website that's pretty nice. You can see some of the lakes and stuff, and it will show you like where you can fish and such. But otherwise, yeah, you have to just use Google Maps and like kind of zoom in. Or if it's somewhere close, just make a trip over and kind of scout it. I don't really have a way to say exactly, but yeah, I would definitely say using the like Google Earth, Google Maps and stuff to scout new places to find though. It works. Let's see. Split shot finesse C rig. Yep, it will catch them. It'll catch them. How long will you spend at a new pond before you determine it's good or bad, dude? That's the golden question. Sometimes you have to go multiple times because it's funny. Today, Randy and I went to one spot and fished and caught, I don't know, 40 to 50 frogfish. Insane day. We went and got something to eat, and we hit another spot, and he caught a couple. I skunked at the next spot. I was throwing some different stuff, some things that I don't usually throw. He caught a few, but yeah, I didn't catch anything. It's like funny how you can go from one spot, and they were totally different fisheries. Real clean, clear water with like grass growing up versus one that's like real mucky, kind of stained, had that algae-ish kind of green hue to it. So, dude, it's I don't have the magic ball to tell you that. I would say keep going. Don't get discouraged if you catch a lot of fish there one day and then go back and can't catch anything. That's just the way it is sometimes. So, but I would say like in a spot, like when I'm bank fishing, if I roll up to a spot and fish there for 20 minutes without a bite, I'm usually out. Not that one spot, but like I'm moving, because you might find that one spot that's got, now summer, I don't know where you're at, but find the grass, find the bass. If you can find that, good green growing grass coming up, or if you find a spot that's got like a little spillway with moving water, especially when it gets hotter, any of that moving water, with current and flow in it can draw fish to it like a pipe, like a drain flow pipe out of there. Uh, so yeah, but I would say 15, 20 minutes. If I'm in a spot and don't get a bite, I'm moving. Not necessarily like a different lake, but spots there. I thought that was one of your top 5 to 6 videos. Which one? I'm not sure. I'm behind. Mr. Bassless chap. Hi from Houston. Psychic Psych Toad. What would be good up in the reeds? Or that would be good up in the reeds, sorry. If you're talking the soft plastic frog, I don't know how far behind. But yeah, they're good like along cattails and little spots like that, because you can rig them Texas rig weedless and you can skip them in those spots. So you can the soft plastic toads, skip those like up in around under laydowns. In those little, the pieces where the cattails are all doing this, and they've got like the spot where you can get them behind. If you're throwing a buzz bait or something with an open hook, even though they're decently weedless, with something like that, you don't have to worry about, even if you throw up into it, you can drag it out, and then it's just got the little ploppy deal to pull them out of there. What else do we got? Booyah Pad Crasher is my go-to. I like the 6 cents Vegas too. Yeah, the 6 cents Vegas I'm kind of on. I feel like the hookup ratio was kind of again, but they walk really easy and they have a good popping action to them. Really, really good one. If you like that. Yeah, Pad Crasher. The Pad Crasher is probably one of my top catchers, just because you used to be able to get them for like $4 at Walmart. The black and then like the natural leopard, you could always get over there cheap. 2 frogs I've used a good amount is the Nori's NF60 and the Buster K from Depths. I haven't used those, but even they still miss fish. Yeah, you're always going to miss fish on frogs, because especially like today where we were fishing, it was pretty thick grass. You have to remember those fish are coming up through that. So especially if you're walking it, by the time they actually hit it and come through there, there's so much stuff to get in their way. That grass will push the frog out of the way. But it was really cool today because like I would have bass hit it and then like it would pop it, and they were in this shallow grass. Like the video, I can't wait. The video, like I said, I didn't catch monsters. Like I couldn't imagine if I got on a bite like this in Florida, where those guys get on these and it's like all 3-pounders. I would lose my crap. But these were like a bunch of pound-and-a-half bass, but they were just if you were a little baby bluegill in this lake, it would have been a bad day for you and your family because a good chance is one of your family members was not going home that night. So they had all these poor little bluegill run up in this grass and just like you could see the little bluegill trying to get away, and they were just crushing them. It was a ton of fun. David Smith been killing it on the fluke baby bass and a stupid tube. Yeah, I need to throw more baby bass colors. You know, it's bass eat bass, and especially if it's in a lake that doesn't have a bunch of other things to eat, they're gonna eat baby bass. So that's kind of a color I forget about. Rich in the house. What's up, Rich? What's the best knot for swim jigs or jigs? So for swim jigs, I actually tie the trilene knot most of the time because the line tie goes back toward the back of the bait. So here's your eye, here's the line tie sticking back. And when you're going through, whoops, I guess it'd be this way. When you're going through, all the scum and stuff doesn't stick. So if you tie like a Palomar knot, that tag end sticks out to the front, you'll catch moss and stuff there. But on a regular jig, like a pitch and flipping jig, I tie what G-Man calls the double shindo. I saw that from him years ago. And it's essentially like if you tie just a clinch knot, not the improved clinch knot, it's essentially a doubled over. So it's two lines through the jig eye, a doubled over clinch knot is really what it is. Super, super strong knot, awesome for fluorocarbon, but it does have 3 tag ends. So if you're fishing in like mossy, grassy stuff, it does tend to grab vegetation. Let's see. We'll join in, Rich. Yeah, Rich, you can jump on if you want. I was supposed to have Mr. Randizzle on tonight, but apparently he didn't pay his Walmart internet bill. Now he can't get on and join us. Got a 4.5 on one. Yeah, Dustin, I know we had it planned out. We were going to do it, but it was 800-mile-an-hour winds that day. Let me know. I would definitely love to hit the river with you, my friend. Bassless chap. Good news. I caught my PB. Bad news. It was 2 pounds. Yeah, who cares? Nobody cares about size. It's like some people put too much emphasis on that. Just go out and fish. Go out and fish and have fun. Size will come. Size will come. Just go out and fish. Debo, have you used the river to see spitting wah? I actually just got a couple of those. I have not. Is that the Biffle? The Tommy Biffle spitting wah? I think is what mine are. I don't know if mine are old. Oops. Let's share this here. But the thing I'm not sure about is they have like a hard plastic cup mouth. If that's what we're talking about, the same thing. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know that I've ever had one like this. I didn't feel it, I guess. Maybe I should have. But they're in the package still. But when I looked at them, I'm like, this thing has like a hard plastic mouth / nose on it. So this is what I was talking about before, y'all. The River to Sea Bully Wah. I didn't like the smaller size, but the 65 size is absolute money. I like the dark one. Dark black. What was that? Rich? Rich, do you want to jump in? Send me a link. We'll share some new toys. Rich. All right, hold on. I'm going to text Rich here real quick and get him in the stream. Okay. Hopefully I have it saved still. Done. Okay, link sent, Mr. Hellabass. So he'll be joining us. I'll look out for that. But the yellowhead or snipe, I am sharing, right? Yes. This one caught a ton. That's been 2 or 3 years ago. Absolutely wore that thing out until a pike finally got it and gashed a hole in it. But this was my favorite frog that year. It walks good. It sits belly down. And there's been a few frogs that do this now, but like the heat shrink tube back here is kind of cool. Let's see. Rich might already be in here. Let's double check. No. Okay, so the spit and wah. Yeah, the Tommy Biffle spit and wah, which I didn't know Tommy Biffle was a big frog guy. But so yeah, it's got this. I guess that picture kind of shows it. It's got this like plastic cup mouth thing on it. And maybe this is soft plastic, and I was reading too much into it. But my initial thought when I looked at it was, "What the hell?" But it does have a really good, like, whoops, that color actually showed it really well. A good cupped, like, spitting action to it. You know, you wouldn't want to use this in the cheese and stuff because you're going to get stuff probably caught in there a bunch. But, you know, if you're walking this like next to reeds, people really dismiss a frog. Like they think you have to have the scum, you have to have the thick, cheesy, dirty. But I'm telling you, under overhangs, shade lines, grass lines, next to reeds, I mean, it will draw fish out. They really will. And they're, you know, pretty weedless, depending on which frog you have. Like that bullywah, I didn't bend the hooks or anything on it. Really good hookup ratio. You can throw it into those reeds, pull it out. Usually doesn't get snagged. So you don't have to have pads and cheese to fish a frog. Yeah, so JP, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. The Magnum trickworm gets bit in the hottest part of summer for me. Yep, I throw it in a slider head in deep grass. Yeah, or like, you know, a big shaky head. I know a lot of guys will throw it on those humps or you know, the ledges, you know, dragging them down those or up it, I guess, depending which way you're fishing it. But how about the river to see Matt Daddy? I have thrown it. I didn't have, I think I might have caught like a couple on it that day. I was kind of new to it. The thing I do like, it was big and it's got like a little rattle. I know Randy actually liked it and has thrown it more than I have, but it's got, let's see if we can get a better picture. It's got a little rattle back here, which is kind of cool. And I think it's like 3/4 of an ounce. Yeah. So if you're fishing, you know, thicker stuff where you really need to make that imprint, you can add beads or like BBs is what I used to do. In the hole back here, they have shrink tube, which is nice, but you can pull, you know, just that plastic back a little bit there and add some BBs in there. I am still sharing, right? Nope. Need someone here to keep me honest. So this is the one I was talking about. It's got the rattle back here that you can see. It's a little bit heavier frog, 3/4 ounce. But if you have just like a regular frog, even my Booyah Pad Crashers, I would just put some BBs in it, make it a little bit heavier, and it will just make that much more of an impact in that scum or grass, whatever you're fishing, um, for the fish to be able to key in on it. There's a fly down here that's absolutely annoying the hell out of me. Wanting a decent utility spinning combo. Okay, Daniel. Decent utility spinning combo. Know nothing about spinning combos. Have only fished bait casters. Any suggestions in the sub $200 area for a combo? Did that work? Let's see if Rich, I'm guessing he's getting the stuff set up and ready. Send me a link. We'll share some new toys. Dizzle just said, damn, I just woke up. We are still live. I knew it. I knew he crashed. I told him, you're gonna be awake, right? I was pretty tired too after we got back. Let's see. Okay. Oh, the spinning combo. So I would say for I've honestly really liked the Daiwa Legolas or the Daiwa RG. Both are pretty cost effective. I think like $50. So, you know, depending on spinning reels, depending on what your budget is, you know, how close to 200. The Fuego is a good one. It's usually out of stock. I'm sorry, Laguna, not Legolas. Legolas is, I haven't used this one. Laguna, $50 reel. I absolutely loved it. Got the Fuego. It's been an awesome $99 reel. And then the RG, the Regal, is another really good reel. Any of those, like they're solid little reels. I'm messing with the Shimano Sierra now, which is like a $70 or $80 reel. The Shimano Nasi at like $100 is another really good spinning reel. But I like a 2500 size or 3000 size for bass fishing. Not too small, not too big. As far as rods, I haven't used the Dobbins Fury, but I know a lot of people like the Dobbins Fury spinning rod as a good all-around go-to. I did just get the Dobbins Caden. I haven't caught a fish on it yet, but it feels really nice. Gosh, I'm trying to think, what are kind of my go-to spinning rods? I have an older Daiwa Tatula XT that I absolutely love. Has been a really good one. So if we go here, the Aridex is a really good budget rod. I haven't used the spinning, but the casting rod was really nice for $50. I thought it performed above that price point. Where are we? The Daiwa Tatula XT. I also really like just the regular Tatula rods. So I mean, you could go with like the Laguna or RG was it the Laguna reel? I forgot what it was. Anyway, oh, look, they're on closeout now, actually. $89. What do they have? Any? Oh, boom, there you go. I have absolutely loved mine. 7-foot medium. That thing has caught so many fish for me. $89 right now. Well worth that. And I left my link down below. You know I partner with Tackle Warehouse for the year. Gosh, I don't remember how long ago we started working together, but they were nice enough to offer me that deal, and I put their link down below. So if you use my link, a little bit of that does come back to me. If you've got somewhere else you can buy it cheaper, by all means, absolutely go do that. But those are some options. Hopefully that helps you, my friend. What do you go to baits when it's super windy out? And it depends on the place. Not all windy places are the same, because like when you have a good windy day, like that's a buzzbait day. I mean, like my old man had slapped me in the head if it was raining and had a little bit of wind on the water, a little chop to the water. That could be a buzzbait day. If you've got really clear water, wind like that on points could be a really good jerkbait day. Spinner baits, if you've got like kind of cloudy, overcast day with some wind. The wind is your friend. Like I used to hate it when I was younger. Learning to cast a bait caster into the wind was such a pain. With the bait casters nowadays, they've all upped their game so well that fish the windblown side. So I know it's kind of a pain, but casting into the wind and bringing it back with the water. Yeah, those are some tips. Even a chatterbait, just anything that's making some noise, a little bit of flash, because remember that top, when there's the wind, it's going to create that disturbance on the top, and it's going to break up whatever those fish are looking up at. So that's how it's kind of you can use it to your advantage. Steven, tips on walking the frog. Slack line. So when you're pointing your rod at your lure, pop it and point back at your lure. Pop, 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 pop. A lot of people tend to drag it, or the line is too tight. They don't have slack in their line. So you want to see the line laying down, it's got the little sag in it, and pop, 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 pop. Otherwise, you're just going to pull it. Chug it. That was the word I was thinking about earlier. Chugging a frog. So instead of walking it back and forth with the nose like a walking bait would do. So some of the frogs, which Randy actually fishes it this way. Oklahoma's worst angler, he was talking about that with the scum frogs, chugging it. So you go where you just keep kind of a tight line and chug the nose of it. It looks like something kind of skittering. A couple different ways. Just kind of mix up your frog retrieves to see what's working for you. There's Rich. What's Rich have for new toys? What's up, Mr. Hellabass?
We're outside.
The cool on location.
Can you hear me?
Going down. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
So we ready for a sneak peek before we even showed it off on the Hellabass channel?
I think there might be just a little delay is kind of why. Ooh, you got the boat, huh? How excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably like a 13.
Camus, huh? I don't know anything about those. I'm not I'm not a bass boat guy, so I don't get into all the stuff. Jesus, dude, that thing is sick looking.
So, almost still breaking it in. Been out fishing a little bit, but yeah, busy.
Any luck?
A bunch. I'll be honest, there's been a bunch of DEBO dinks on a wacky rig so far.
Still a good day. You're still catching. That's what I was saying earlier. Don't people get stuck on the size too often. We take for granted until you're in a position where you lose something that you take for granted, or watch somebody lose something that they take for granted. Man, just get out and fish and have fun, because you never know when your last time you can actually go out and do it is. So I think Rich is maybe lagging out there. The new boat is so new and shiny that it's just messing up his internet on his phone.
No, I went off wireless because I was getting too far from the house, so it should be okay now.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But
there's just a little delay.
A bite is a bite. Don't complain about bites.
Bite's a bite, man. Bite's a bite, and each bite's a clue. Even if they're little guys, each one's a clue. So what else do you have?
And up here, I would say the post-spawn funk. I was just going to say the thing I've noticed up here is the post-spawn funk is a real thing. And it's hard to get bit on anything other than these days. Finesse, jig worms, wacky rays, Neds, things like that. Like I fished a cool and there was only one and 2 teams skunked. Give you an idea of how
you're breaking up.
Fishing has been.
You're sounding like
okay.
You're sounding like Mr. Roboto.
Dizzle. Well, maybe I'll jump downstairs and connect on the computer and come back.
Okay. Bye. Okay, I think he's gonna jump downstairs and jump on. He was doing the Mr. Roboto impersonation. I don't know if Randy's getting on. I told him we're still on. What's he doing? I can hop on if you want me to. Hell yeah. We should have Randy in here. What are we at for time? 55 minutes. By golly. I didn't have a giveaway or anything ready for today, so I don't know. Maybe we'll skip a giveaway. I'm already behind on giveaways anyway. People are joining to have fun and talk fishing, right? We don't need a giveaway tonight, do we? The lives are awesome, Alan said. Marling Bates can catch him with a block of wood. Yeah, that guy, I want to slap him for that. He absolutely destroyed my ego when I watched that video. It's funny. I've got to talk to Marling here. Super nice, down to earth as Iowa as you can get. He lives maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes from me. So I've had the pleasure of talking with him. And when I talk about him and Mr. Nick Rendell from the Bait Cave, those guys are as good as they get. Good dudes. But yeah, I did want to slap Mr. Marling, catch one on a block of wood. Jerk. Alberto says, come on, sponsors, let's get Debo a boat. Yeah, I wouldn't even want a sponsor wasting boat money on me because I'm not a boat aficionado. However, I do have an aluminum kayak. I was cleaning it out yesterday and my tarp leaked. So I've got water all in it and it's downhill this way. So whoops, hit everybody. So all the water's in the nose of the boat. Water is deceptively heavy. I was going to try to push it up the driveway and turn it. Nah, that wasn't happening. Skinny Debo hasn't hit the weights enough. So I'm going to have to hook it up to the truck and pull it out and take it somewhere to drain so the butt sits down. But yesterday I did get 2, I don't know what you call them, extender deals on the back because my boat's so small. It's only an 11-foot John boat. That's why I call it the aluminum kayak. There's guys passing me in their kayaks that are bigger than my stupid John boat. But anyway, it's nice because I can get into basically anywhere. We've got a bunch of little lakes and stuff. I put these extenders on that go up, I don't know, maybe 3 feet or whatever, so I can actually see the boat because it's like a redone trailer from way back in the day. It was actually my dad's that he bought when I was like 5. And we had it stored at my grandpa's forever. So I got it out and have used it the past few years, but it's got a really short tongue on it. So if you know anything about backing up trailers, longer tongue, bigger trailers are much easier to back up. I used to work for a lawn care company and I would do the, gosh, I want to say radiation now. I don't know why. Why can I not think of the word aeration? The aeration machine, which was like a big pony that you pushed. And that trailer was big, but it was so easy to back up. This trailer, super short tongue, little, it's an absolute nightmare to back up. So I got these things that actually stick up because with my truck, I literally cannot see the trailer. I can barely see like one of the lights, one of the brake light, like actual piece of it, not the light, but the actual piece sticking up must be a little bit higher. I can't see the whole rest of the trailer. So it's a nightmare. But anyway, what I was saying is I'm getting that ready and we'll hopefully have some John boat videos here with electronics, my electronics that I need to learn and try to do. Nick says he can't stop the lives. It's a tradition. Oh my gosh, this is at 8:08. That's how far behind I am. Y'all are absolutely crushing me in the comments. Fishing is kicking to high gear, maybe part of the small viewer numbers. Yeah, I don't have like a huge, super crazy clickbaity, like some people have figured out the algorithm. Some people have, kind of the crazy fishing videos. Some people are just killing it. Mine always kind of goes in ebbs and flows, which is fine. It's, I'm doing what I can when I can. There for a while I was only doing 1 video a week. It's, if you're not relevant and you're not making stuff all the time, it kind of goes. So let's see. A lot of people saying keep the lives. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that because they are fun. Would you mind, Life or Liberty, would you mind showing your entire fishing collection? I know you buy a lot, so I'm thinking you would have a great collection. Have you been talking to Nick, Fat Boy Fishing? He wants me to do a rod and reel arsenal, and I won't do it. So the reason I haven't done that is because I feel like that video is just a big brag, and I don't ever want to come off that way. Some people have already said I am. Oh, you brag about what you have. Never ever do I want to come off that way to people. So it's like, I've just never done it, but I'll do sneak peeks of stuff here and there. So people talking about some stuff from there. Looks like some people having their own conversation. Saying, oh, Jermaine said the same. Can't hook a fish on the Vega Frog. Yeah, I don't know. Hookup's kind of I know there's people that crush on it. I mean, Milliken obviously has caught some monster giant toads on it, so I would say trust him before me. He knows what he's doing. He's way better than I am at fishing. Ooh, this or that. Whopper, plopper, or frog. Depends on the spot, but I mean, frog's my deal. If I could die and go to fish in heaven and only throw a frog, that's what I'd be doing. But whopper plopper is a lot of fun, and I still like it and still fish it quite a bit. So yeah, I'd have to take frog on that one though. Vote for Jack Cavacho. Lots of people asking about the Cavacho. I haven't thrown it a ton. I've thrown it a little bit, but I think I caught maybe 1 or 2 fish on it that day was all when I threw it. Bassless Chap, good question. Does the black frog work well in daylight? I know it's good at low light. I hear people argue both ways. So like if you have, the sunny bluebird sky, you're supposed to throw white because it, contrasts against the blue clouds and stuff. Some people say the other, if you've got fish chasing bait fish, I throw black. 9 out of 10 times I throw black. I think it creates a silhouette, whether it's sunny, cloudy, doesn't matter. It's going to create that dark black silhouette. And it just works. I think for me, the places that I fish, it can mimic any sort of darker bait fish, really anything that they're chasing. So black for me most of the time is the way I go. What's on the whiteboard? Bass for Dave says. Well, can I show it this way if I take it off? It's supposed to be the Lose Custom Pro 2 review because I've got Randy's Lose Custom Pro still. And I need to do that review. So he made me write it on the whiteboard. What's up, Rich?
What's going on?
What's up? Mr. Fancy Boat.
Nice and cool down here in the basement. It's sweating outside.
Look nice out. I could hear the bugs. Dude, I love that. I love going and sitting outside when it's 80, 85. Bugs are going. Sun's going down. Let's see. What do you got? What else do you have? Do you have any other new toys, or was that the big toy you wanted to show?
Stuff down here. Let's see. You guys were talking about the bullywa earlier, so I did grab one of each side of the bullywa. I kind of feel like the little one is almost a little smaller than I'd want.
It's too small, and like when you feel it, like the hooks just aren't big enough, like per the body. I thought. There's Randall too. We got the full crew in here. I hate that layout though. That's the layout I like. I'm out. Randy's in here. No, we're just kidding. No, we're done, dude. All right. Well, it's been a good live, guys. Bye.
All right. Well, good talk. Sorry about that.
Good talk.
See you later.
Yeah, I feel like you'd want to tweak those with your pliers a little bit and maybe just tweak them out just a touch.
That was the
small bullywa.
That was
the river, the ish bullywa, or the river sea ish.
We were just talking about that, and I was just talking about you, Randy, that you like that one.
Yeah, it was the only thing I didn't really like about it, and I took it off of there. It had like a little V with a bead on the back of it.
The rattle.
Because where we fish at, that was always collecting scum the entire time. So I was like, no. I don't want that on there, and it's easy enough to pull it off. I probably still have a couple of them. So
the D Burley hype man has come back to DEBO'S channel. Yeah, brother, I haven't seen you in here forever, man. You are a ride or die Burley fan. I love it. I'm glad you're back in here, my friend.
And then a frog accessory that I saw on Matt Steffen's channel, and I don't know if this is legit or not, or if this was just an excuse to make a video, but they have these frog plopper trailers.
I've seen those too. Yeah, I have. I've seen a couple people make some.
Where you hook
some
that
things
over
on
the
them.
2 hooks, and then it kind of turns it into a toad runner, but then you still have.
Yeah,
you kind of got like
you
a
have to
mini,
let me know
like
what
it's
you
almost
think.
like a 90 plopper tail on your frog.
There's no hook to go with those though.
No,
Is there?
there
It's
is no hook. You would just
slide those over.
Yeah, and it's going to ride behind your hook. So I don't know if it's going to affect. I would imagine it would definitely generate strikes. It would, but I want to know, like, is it going to interfere with my hookup ratio, which would be my concern.
I would think it probably would, just because it's making it. I don't know.
Or you could just throw a sprinkler. Just saying.
Or you could do what?
Kicker sprinkler.
I said, or you could just throw the Teckle sprinkler. Just saying.
So the nice thing though about this would be, right, is that it gives you the flexibility. So like you don't need to stock maybe different styles of frogs. You could just have your hollow bodies, and then you get a couple of these, and you can kind of go back and forth. So, you know, I know you don't like to have a lot of tackle, Debo, but
no. So my thing with it, no, I clearly have a tackle buying problem. So my thing with those was, if you're putting that on there, why not just fish a whopper plopper then?
Yeah, I guess it would be in an area where you couldn't get trebles, right?
But that's still going to catch grass and stuff. And I guess it was my
it would be pretty.
Like
it definitely would be situational, right? There would be certain types of cover that it would work in, I guess.
So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was skeptical of it, but you have to let me know if it works. I mean, hey,
I would assume you'd have to trim your legs pretty short to not like just twist into this.
Probably just past the ploppy tail. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Let me know. Maybe is there an open ring on the back of that?
But if it came up like that, I would think that would be a problem. You know, like if the fish came up and ended up on top and clamped down, and you'd be like, he's got it, and you'd have a tough time getting probably a hook in that point.
It'd be like me and Randy today swinging for the fences, and frogs just shooting back at us at 90 mile an hour about 800 times.
But it looked pretty good when Stefan was dragging it on his little bank. I don't know that he caught anything. But it sounded good. I mean, that sound was good, right? It sounded just like a.
It's interesting. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. I turned my nose up at it when I first saw it. I was like, oh, that's. But I bought a lot of stuff that I thought was cool and didn't work.
But if you're going to try it, use the link in DEBO'S description if you're going to try it.
And if it doesn't work, blame him. Say that you saw it on his channel. He's an idiot. So that's fine. I am. Let's see. People asking about some gear and stuff. Oh, Daniel, what is your go-to Googan bait when fishing the bank? We have our annual Googan
question.
Yep, this is a Dizzle question. Dizzle, what was your go-to bait? So, okay, everybody. So here's a fun story. Dizzle tried lying to me and tying on like 5 different frogs today. Finally, I find out. Guess what frog he's been fishing all day? The Googie frog. Oh, this frog's got a really good hookup ratio. I really like this frog.
What
is it, man?
What? Hello? No, I never said that. Oh my god. I don't even know what they're called. It was the regular size frog. I personally, Debo, we've had this discussion. I like a thicker, stiffer bodied frog. And like I told you, that was the same frog I've had tied on since last year on that frog rod. And I was just like, well, I'm throwing it. Try not to let Debo see it, or you never hear the end of it. Obviously, he saw it, and I haven't heard the end of it.
I feel like these bullywah legs are almost like pre-powdered. They kind of have like a chalk to them. Like, you know, people put
they're kind of interesting. Yeah.
Almost like they pre-baby powder the frog legs so they don't stick.
Did you talk about that one hollow body frog with the flappy legs on it, Debo?
No, actually. Oh, you'd be proud of me. Hold on, though. Check this out. And nobody got to see this because I didn't have it done. Well, I actually had already shot my outro and did it, and then forgot that I did this to the frogs. But I'll let y'all run the chat. I am at 8:26, so I'm way behind. I'm gonna jump ahead if I missed something really, really important. I don't think I missed any donations, any members, anything like that. Okay, so I'll let you guys hold on. I'll be back. Go ahead and pick a question. Pick a thing. Stuff.
What's up, Dizzle?
Oh man.
How was your power nap? Was it good?
Holy cow. It was one of those where I had no intention on sleeping whatsoever, because I was, saying to myself, man, all right, I got 2 hours before this thing starts. I can't sleep because I won't wake up. And then I wake up like almost an hour after it's been on. And I'm like, dang it.
And now you'll be up till 3
How
in
is
the
this even
morning.
a thing? Probably, Dan, probably not though.
Okay, here we go. So check this out, everyone. Two of them that I did here. So the first one, this one was sponsored by Randy. This is Mendated. So this is the
Menditized.
Spro Flapping Frog. I'm not sure how well this is going to do, but the Mendit seemed to do a pretty good job on it. Mendit's kind of like this flexible stuff you can use to stick plastics together. The ends of it kind of curled up, but the rest of it stuck the weight in. So the problem with these Spro Flapping Frogs, I love the frog. I mean, it's made out of like that Elastec stuff. The frog held up amazing. People were asking me about this piece. This is meant to plug the nose of the frog, and this stuff is so stretchy that it just kept pulling off there. So I don't know. I feel like there's a couple design flaws on it, but the frog itself, man, it looks so good in the water. But I stuck that one on with Mendit, and then somebody else had told me this is what they use to repair their frogs, which is Loctite, vinyl, fabric, and plastic adhesive. And I did that to the second one. So we'll see how they hold up. Randy, we'll have to fish these.
So was that
head-to-head
first
and see.
one? Those are both brand new frogs out the package, and you just glued them this time instead of. Okay.
This one was brand new. The black one was. This green pumpkin one.
Okay.
This is the one that I used all day. That the weight fell out like fifth cast in my hand, luckily. But
Right.
I've still got the weight. So
on that
I don't
one
know.
live when you initially opened it and you're like, I'm not too sure about this weight, it might fall out. And I was like, dude, just put Mendit on it before you even use it.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I forgot about it.
That never happened, huh?
So no. I don't have Mendit in a holster that I wear on me along with my Leatherman and flashlight like you do. Randy's everyday carry.
Well,
Leatherman, Mendit, and a knife. Let's see. I caught 2 on a frog today. The Big Bite Baits Fighting Frog. Yeah, dude. Is that the plastic? The fighting frog?
The creature.
Yeah, that thing cracks me up. No clue why. I guess it was with what's his name? The frog guy.
Rojas,
yeah. That made it. So they made it or called it a frog. It looks nothing like a frog, but it's got a really cool action. If y'all don't subscribe to Big Bite Baits, subscribe to them on Instagram because they do a thing with, I think they call him Coach. I don't know if he's the owner. Is that the owner?
He might be. I'm not sure.
But they do like a tank thing, and then he like talks about rigging and stuff, the ways that he's fished it and stuff. But I watched one on there about the fighting frog, and he was just kind of talking about it and thinking of it as that flipping bait, and he was kind of showing the action of it and stuff underwater. It was a good listen. He seems like a pretty cool cat. I don't know him, but I like Big Bite Bait stuff. I feel like people, they kind of get thrown to the wayside, like it's not one of the cool brands. They kind of fly under the radar on some stuff. They've got some really neat things. Yeah, boom, right there.
Tube cross.
What was it? The fighting frog in tilapia was
Tilapia Magic.
Yeah, Tilapia Magic was I want to say Bradley. It wasn't him. It was who was that won the
Drew Cook.
Yep. Threw that and won. What was that? 100,000 on that one?
Yeah, sight fishing on Santee Cooper.
Yep.
And their baits are, I think Pac-Man said, right, they're good value. Like they're not maybe Zoom cheap, but they're relatively inexpensive. You get quite a few per pack for most things. They have good sales.
Good deals too. Yeah. Actually, they might now for Father's Day. I guess we could jump over and check quick. I could share and show. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. They didn't pay me to say good stuff about their deals. It's usually what people say. Oh, you're going to show it? Are you sponsored by them? No. Even if I was, I liked it. I'm going to show it. So, nah, see, do it my way. It's my stream. Let's see. Let's just check. What do you got there? What are you rifling through here? Oh, so did you get the casting or spinning? Tell us about
it. I've fished the spinning already. One of my subscribed fishing friends, as we would call them, and members, let me borrow it. and he's going to come pick it up one of these days. So I got a video coming out. I just haven't. It's in the queue. Been too busy, too many videos, too much fishing. So I've done a review on the spinning rod or spinning reel. Spoiler alert: it's a $99 reel. It's solid. It hangs in there with the Fuegos of the world. It's not a Stella hidden in a $100 body, as you would surprise maybe. Like, I mean, like, what do you expect for 90? I mean, it's a good solid reel. I didn't get to test it with any monsters or really stress the drag. I did mostly bank fishing, so I got some bank fishing. So I did some DEBO testing, and I caught a handful of dinks. But got out, hit the water, and so yeah.
Hey, also, I haven't talked to you, but I was jealous of your before today because I hadn't had a really good day, but jealous of your frogfish bank fishing mission the other day.
Yeah, absolutely. I still haven't caught a frogfish out of the boat yet.
It'll come.
Hopefully tomorrow that changes. But another subscriber sent me 2 Dobbins reels to review and give away. So,
oh damn, that's awesome.
We'll be doing a review, and then possibly on a stream we'll be giving away 2 of these reels. So I think I've got a blue one and a green one in the 7-2 right hand. So sorry, southpaws out there, but so this is actually me. This is the first I've looked at it, honestly. But this is the one with the green accents. So if those of you that got the Furies in your lives, like, this will look really good on a Dobbins Fury if you've got a Dobbins Fury bait casting rod. Or
sorry, I didn't know you were. I was checking out stuff on the other one.
Any other green rods? I don't know. Maybe this will look great on your Googan rods, Dizzle. But it is a
Randy, we love you.
It is a graphite frame, though. It's not an aluminum frame. So for $100, I think the insides of it, based on watching Trey's videos, are pretty solid, but it is a graphite frame. So I know that is a big deal for you, Debo, and for some people don't care. But
for certain things, for certain things, like if you're using as a treble hook bait or a lot of things where you're not really whacking them, if you've got like a soft fluke or a Cinco where you're using a little bit lighter wire hook, where you don't have that completely cranked all the way down, it's not as big of an issue. I mean, as long as you take care of it and stuff. But hard hook setting things, I do prefer. I think aluminum lasts longer.
The cast adjustment does have a click, and the drag also. That's interesting. And then it's got the magnetic adjustment on the side. Also a click. So if you like clicks, this thing's got clicks for days.
Does the drag click?
Not when it spins. No.
Oh,
not like the Zillion.
The ball there. No, I mean the drag star. Like.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my golly.
But on my Zillion,
drag and brakes.
On the Zillion, doesn't the click when you pull drag too?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yep.
But slightly different price.
You have to pay extra for that. Yeah, you have to pay extra for a clicky drag when they. Holy crap, Rob! My golly, Rob with the big 20 bomb. Rob, I think you're the only donation of the night, the first and only donation. Rob's a good dude. Rob jumped on my members the other night, my members live, and that I will be having monthly. I'm sorry that I put it off I skipped 2 months. Got a really big promotion this week at work that I've been working toward for a while. Wanted to share the great news with a small contribution to one of my favorite channels. As far as the Saturday Lives, I see keep them. Well, brother,
go, Rob.
Thank you. Congratulations. All cheers to that.
Congrats. Yeah.
Congrats, man. Congrats, my friend. Everybody give Rob a round of applause. One of these. Right? Round of applause. No, bad dad joke. My girls hate it when I do that. Let's see.
Rightfully so.
So thank you, Rob. And also, I don't know if you all saw his tattoo, but he has the half pinup girl, half bass tattoo that I think is freaking sweet. Michael Bradley, Trey did a breakdown. They seem good for $100. I did bring up Big Bite Baits. Big Bite Baits. I feel like I'm inebriated saying that. Can I do share? I will show you all what they have going on. That's what we should have done. We should have gathered all, because quite a few places had Father Day sales and stuff going on. But let me hide this comment so people can see. So speaking of Drew Cook and the Fighting Frog, so that's the Fighting Frog that we're talking about, front and center right there as I was going through the to see if they had deals. We'll go to that Father's Day, but that's the fighting frog that we were talking about. He won a lot of money on that, and it's a cool thing. So I would say, I think because people ask me, how would you fish this frog before, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever. And I personally didn't have any. So I've only fished them a little bit. They had like a frog bundle, I don't know, 2 years ago, I think is when I first got them. And kind of wrote them off. There's other things that I liked better. You know, I'm like, how would I use this? But, you know, when Coach, this guy that works at, he might be the owner, I don't know. He's probably shaking his head. He's like, this guy, I own this. But anyway, he's like, look at this as a flipping bait. You know, you're flipping kind of Texas rig crawl looking deal. And it's a cool bait. So I've messed with it a little bit, but caught
some nice pike on it and flipping it in some grass last week.
You did?
Yeah.
Dude, Randy and I tried to get on a good pike bite. The place we usually get pike, it's been somebody, I think, eradicated the pike.
Eradicated all the fish.
Yeah, all fish.
I haven't seen any in there. I've been multiple days and no bites whatsoever. I mean, I'm not the best frogging guy, but nothing at all. Crazy. No even blow-ups or pops or anything.
So here, somebody was actually talking about it before, the toad. They've got their own toad, and I forgot I did get one of their things. I think they just redid this. They revamped it and come out with a new version of their whoa. Am I sharing? I am sharing, right? Yeah.
That's a solid.
That got really big.
I mean, BFE is a good bait. I've caught fish on that. I haven't fished their tour toad buzz, but that in general, that setup, I've done very well on, like a toad buzz bait. Suicide shad, I don't own any of those, but I know people that catch them on those. The Kamikaze Swim On is a great bladed jig trailer, fantastic. And the fighting frog, enough said. The one little trick that I do on that Swim On is that when on your bladed jigs, a lot of times that little hole will get caught on your hook, like it'll flap in those little. But instead of just unhooking it, just tear it free, and it'll just make like a little perf in the tail, and you still get the same action, and then it won't catch next time.
Yep, I've had the same thing happen to me. Yeah, those are cool. That's a cool. Yeah, I haven't used. I don't know if this is a hollow body or if this is solid. Let's look at it. That looks really good.
I think it is a hollow body, but it's maybe not. Maybe not. I forget.
I don't want to go back. Is this gonna? Am I still sharing? I feel like I hit back there before and it knocked me out. Let's look. I don't know that I've ever really dug. Oh, speaking of Dean Rojas, there he is. That must have been why they named it the Fighting Frog. They worked with him to do it. Talk about a frog guy that can catch some frog fish or two. Okay, so let's see. So swim baits, suicide shad, color scheme, solid head,
split belly. So it's It's like a fluke belly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess I've never really seen or paid attention to these. Does it show all their colors? Nope. I guess you have to do this deal. I hate when they do that because I like to visually see like all the colors laid out. Damn, they got a ton of colors too. Purple perch. Ooh, that's tasty. Purple dawn. Oh, there it is. Purple chartreuse. Where's Bateman? He shares the purple chartreuse love. Man, they got a crap ton. Guillotine. I love it. Green pumpkin chartreuse with the little purple hole. Chicken on a chain glow. What's that even mean?
That looks like a saltwater color, like a snook, trout, redfish,
blueback herring. Phillips in here, he'll like that one. Flaming sun. Yeah, they got a bunch. Interesting. I've never looked at those. I don't. Will this work if I click on this?
I think so.
Probably. Oh, geez.
Sorry. I just wanted to see what it looked like underwater. Can I make it bigger? Look at that. It's like I know what I'm doing sometimes.
Look how techie Debo is. Look at him.
Look at this. Hey, guys, check out this presentation I'm leading today. Huh. Okay. So it's basically just a split belly paddle tail. That's interesting, though. Okay, well, Big Bite Baits, there's your plug. Everybody go buy Big Bite Baits.
Taking Coach's job this week.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't work with them or anything, but I don't know how we got on that kick. But yeah, that's actually a pretty cool deal for $29. know there's a few places that had deals. Omnia, so obviously Rich works with Omnia. Let's go check out what they got. Have you picked up anything on their deals?
The other day, it wasn't advertised anywhere. Look at their Fritz side 5 and see if they're still.
It does that. I try to share.
I want to say the Fritz side 5s were like 40% off, and I wasn't sure if it was a mistake, so I just bought some and I didn't post about it.
Yeah, I liked how you always
You always get yours before you tell your friends.
Yeah, you'd share deals with me, and you'd be like, "Hey, Debo, you want to pick some of these up?"
Fritz side 5
like,
still $6.49 instead of $10.99.
Let's go look at some stuff and shop here. See what else they got for sale for any of you tackle junkies like us.
Are you intending to share, Debo?
I'm trying to get over to it here. Hold on.
Okay.
For some reason, this stupid search thing keeps coming up. Share. All right. So, Omnia. I already used my Omnia code for Rich.
You don't need a code for the Fritz side, so I just put the link in the chat if people want to check it out.
Okay. Yeah, so obviously Rich is partnered with Omnia. Check out his code, or Rich, put your code in the description or
see if I can remember
chat, if you would, please. You shop over there, use Rich's code. He's a good guy. A little bit of that goes back to him, and you get a discount. So that's what I have done, and I am sharing. There we go. What did they have for sales? I think they had tackle management, and I feel like they had a sale that I was like, ooh, that looks pretty good. Ooh, Dobbins rods on sale.
Yeah, they're running 15 to 20% off on most Dobbins right now as well.
I feel like they put up another sale that I saw on maybe Instagram or something that was not one of those that I had thought about purchasing something. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Well, anyway, they got some sales going on, some Dobbins rods. I do like the Dobbins rods, especially after you had Mr. Dobbins on. That was a super cool live that you did with Gary.
He's great to talk to. Like, I could talk to him.
Yeah, it was just sitting and absorbing. All right. Well, there's some sales over there. Where else? I feel like somebody else. Oh, American Legacy. Of course, American Legacy's partnered with Gramps. I haven't seen Gramps in here, but they had some good used stuff on sale. I've bought multiple used things from them that have all been basically like 100% new. So check them out. Good folks. Oh, that's what it was, Adam. Actually, it was the Abu rods on sale. I wanted to get the tournament edition black Abu rod because I absolutely love that spinning rod.
He also had one of the Rebos buy one, get one free. Are they still doing that at Omnia?
I don't know.
There was a deal for
what else do we have for questions, folks? You know, we're talking tackle. Debo, have you used any new baits that you were impressed with recently? That one?
I was actually just gonna yep, that was the one I was gonna bring up.
Matthew, let's see. Have I used any new ones? Actually, today, and I forgot the rig at home. I brought it down here because I didn't want to break it in the door after I got home. But had it sitting by the door. Went fishing with Dizzle this morning and grabbed everything except for this one. I don't know how I missed it. But this one I kind of stole from Alex Rudd. I was watching his video. I'm going to call it the Rudikio rig. It's like a Rudd Nico mixture. So he said he was fishing it weightless like this. I got a little stouter hook. This is one of the Owner Sniper Finesse. Decent guard on it. These things are pretty freaking sweet. Somebody told me to pick these up a long time ago, and I finally got some. But they've got like a titanium wire deal here in front. I think these are going to be pretty good as a weedless option. But anyway, I hooked it through the eye. I guess it goes like that. And I put a little Nico weight in here. He said he didn't have a Nico weight in it. It was just weedless. But he was fishing it just weightless like this, and it was kind of dropping down, and he was catching the snot out of him. So I want to try it. Not necessarily that I'm impressed with this, but it's a new bait that I think could give a really cool, different look in some of the ponds. Maybe it's frog fur. Maybe it's not going to catch anything. Maybe it's just a silly joke. But I don't know. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I wish I have new baits, but I feel like the only thing I'm getting bid on right now is a wacky rig. Like everything else is like they're just not eating anything else. It's stupid.
Yeah, we went through that, or I guess I did. where, man, we were struggling to get bites there for, and I think,
Oh,
we're
geez.
kind of just now starting to get past
Hopefully,
it. What the hell is?
yeah, it was so
Speaking
weird.
of,
It's like,
some of that new. This is the Shimano I want to say the Sahara. Yeah, the Sahara, the new Sahara, $70 reel. Haven't got to put it to use yet, but that on the Bass X. I grabbed a Bass X on sale,
Nice.
and I'm snagged. Look at how good I am at fishing. I'm in my basement, and I'm already snagged with this gilly. If that's any sort of.
you're not snagged on a stubbies, are you?
I was snagged on a old Bass Pro bag. Okay, what else do we have for questions? Or Rich or Mr. Randuzzo, if you guys see anything.
Kind of keep an eye on it, answering a few questions.
Same route I was
Yeah, I
looking
think
at.
that was
Has the cottonwood dogwood subsided where you are, or is it still just in full force like it is here?
The what?
It hasn't
Cotton, like the white
cottonwood.
fluffy cottonwood.
I don't
still
think
dealing
that
with
it's
it?
gotten. I don't think it's gotten that bad here yet. I think it's the
Well-
worst, unfortunately, still kind of yet to come.
I think the deal with us is it's been so windy that I've seen the cotton, but it's all been congregated. It's not like where it's stale and just sitting and there's literally cotton everywhere all over.
Mhm.
It's still been windy and a whole bunch of storms going through. So I think we've kind of got lucky that that we
It's
haven't
just a
had to deal
pain
with
there,
that
and
ton.
there's literally nothing that you can do to work around it or anything like that.
It's
There's
so
no
bad.
fancy tricks that I know of. It's
If you've
just
got braid, good
deal
night.
with it.
You're
Oh
done.
yeah.
You got to fish Flora or mono when that cotton comes out.
Ugh. Stuff is gross.
Sportsman's Outfitters. Oh yeah, Mr. Phillip. Sportsman Outfitters has Father's Day sale also. Just saying. Yep. Phillip works with the Sportsman's Outfitters people. They got good stuff. Actually, I was wearing the Bruin hat today. You got a shout out today, Phillip. Phillip sent me one of the cool Bruin hats. He this is a reel that doesn't get a lot of playtime. I did it showed it in my casting test video. I need to get it out again because it's any of you gear nerds that know gear. What's this look like? It's like an exact replica, and I would bet just looking from the side of it like that, looks basically like another company's, and they had these on sale for I forget how much those were, Philip, but Philip actually donated this to me and to the channel. Philip is a good guy, a good supporter of my channel. I always appreciate you, brother, a ton for all that you do for me. But they had these on sale for like $150, and another company makes these for like 300, I want to say. Looks similar to a Revo of a certain type, right? But really, really cool reel, interesting reel. The Paul Elias Bruin. So it's a reel that I had seen. I'm like, I've never heard of Bruin making reels, but it's a cool little rig.
Brandon Mocino asks, is the DC Credo worth getting?
What time was that one? Oh, Brandon.
It's recent.
Oh yeah, just there.
Ooh, man, Tuba says, oof, I'm in a tornado watch. Hope my internet holds up. Get down to the basement, brother. Stay safe.
I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about the Corrado DC.
Funny enough, talk about American Legacy. I would say if you're looking at getting one, Brandon, American Legacy had used ones on sale. I'm not sure what their deal is with those, if they get them as like trade-ins from the company of like overstock or something, but both of mine were like new, and it looked like nobody even touched them. So I would say go check out American Legacy because they did have Shimano Corrados on sale for, oh, actually here, let's just go look real quick. I don't have, or I actually do have one I just got from them. I had the SLX DC, so does Randy, and it is great for casting into the wind. Good for skipping.
Oh, yeah.
Is it needed like overall just to use every day? No. If you know how to use a bait caster, not at all. It's a little bit heavier.
But if you are new to bait casters, it's nice, right? Like it can shorten your learning curve a little bit for sure.
As long as you don't try to rely on it way too much, you know. It's one of those.
And
where,
I will say,
even though it's got the braking, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, even though it's got the braking in there, you can still blow them up, you know.
Yes, you can. And I was really frustrated with my SLX DC. I'm like, This is coming from a guy that's made how to cast a bait caster and not get backlashes, and I felt like an absolute doofus because I kept thumbing it, and I kept getting backlashes all the time with it. I'm like, I'm an idiot. Number one, tighten your spool tension a little bit more than you think you need to, and two, don't thumb it until the very end. So that's something for me, like casting a bait caster. When I cast a regular one, I always just kind of keep my thumb. I don't like push it down, but I'm always kind of just barely touching it, kind of keeping it in check. With the DC, it messes with like the DC control deal. So just throw it, keep your thumb off it pretty much for the most part until the end, right before it hits, and that's when you're thumbing it. What was it in here? Oh, American Legacy. So
all right. Well, you guys are looking at. I'm actually going to go put the rig away and let Dizzle bring it home tonight. So thanks for having me,
brother.
on, Debo, and good luck if you guys are going fishing
cool.
tomorrow. And I got to take a high school kid out for a little small tournament, and hopefully we have some fun and get a frog fish in the boat. So
sweet. All right, brother. Well, good luck. Thanks for jumping on for a little bit. I appreciate you spending some time with us.
Heck yeah.
All right. See you, everybody. Good luck.
All right. Bye, Rich.
Yeah. Cool. See ya.
Okay, let's see. So for American Legacy, let me grab this real quick. Randy, if you see anything while I'm bringing this up, I think there's just a slight delay between me and you talking. So I'm going to bring this up.
Yeah, I know what's his name, Fat Boy was kind of judgmental on the pronunciation of Corrado. Which I thought I had to chuckle.
Yeah, some people it's Corrado. I hear people say it both ways, so I don't know. Okay, so the trade-in boost, I don't know how all that works. I've never actually traded in with them. But actually you can see there fishing with Gramps, and then Tackle Talk. He had the Tackle Talk guy on. That did seem pretty cool. But I don't know what this is. 1,000 giveaway trade-in boost. I don't know about all that, but they do have like Father's Day exclusive deals. I don't remember what all they had. The Gill stuff was like half off, and that stuff's like expensive. They have some really neat looking stuff, but some line sales. Okay, but what I was talking about earlier was the used stuff, and I've only purchased it if it's like excellent or like brand new, essentially. Where's the used? I thought they had like a used,
yeah, you showed me that stuff, and that was ridiculous. Like you were like, "Oh, this is totally used from
here we go.
American Legend website," and I'm like, "No way in heck that's used whatsoever. That looks brand new."
Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is, where they get or how they do all this stuff, but so if you're searching for a DC, they did have someone I was looking earlier. Corrado DC 8.5 to 1, 8.5 to 1. XG, which is the 7, is that the 7 speed? XG, I think, right? Is that the 7? Or is that the 8? I can't read what that says. I think that's 8.
No idea.
Oh, it's XG. I thought it said HG. My bad. Bad eyes. So it looks like all the DCs they have now are 8.5 to 1, which I guess isn't ideal unless you're gonna pitch and flip, which kind of defeats purpose. But yeah, they had the MGLs on sale I was looking at. So that's the new Corrado 150 for $150 right now. So that's like $50 off. And see, they're excellent condition. That's everything that I've bought is like new or excellent, and it looks like it's never been used ever. So another place to check out. They've been really cool. I hadn't heard of them. Actually, I take that back. I think I'd bought one thing from them before Gramps started working with them. But after that, I started using the stuff. Gramps has a code, so check out Gramps' code. You can save like 10% on some stuff. And well, it's reddish orange. I don't know what we're talking about here.
I saw it was the Lose Smash, I believe. Somebody was asking about the Lose Mock Smash, something. I'm not quite sure. I don't know what the name is.
Okay. Oh yeah, Matthew's talking about it. Okay. What else do we have? Was there another question? I think there's another question back here. Kistler has a sale for one rod or reel for $99. Oh, that's a good deal. I haven't looked at that. I do like Kistler. I've got a few Kistlers. Really good rods. Really, really quality rods made down in Texas. What are you laughing at, Randall?
Fat boy. Comment. He's like, "Did you guys try to wear matching shirts?"
Are we matching?
It was literally the first T-shirt I found, and it's
That was the same for me. It was the first one on the pile after I got home and showered. Hey guys, we're we're matchy.
We planned it. Totally planned it.
Dustin says 8.5 is useless if you're not in open water. Yeah, so we go to the whole power, torque versus speed thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of torn on that. I don't know.
8.5, that's just a fast reel, man. I was trying to think if
dude, it's awesome for that buzzbait. That buzzbait when I was throwing is that 9-speed, that blues hyper, whatever. Dude, as soon as you click it in and go, there's no burning or trying to keep that thing up on top. Awesome for a buzzbait. Okay, what color plastics are you throwing for the summer and murky waters? Brandon, I don't know where you're at, but I'm a black and purple guy. Black and purple. So Junebug, we were talking about gooseberry earlier. It's a secret. Don't tell people about the gooseberry because it gets bit. Black and purple, black and blue, even like green pumpkin. I mean, even like variations of green pumpkin, like a green pumpkin purple or a green pumpkin green. Something with a little bit of color to it. Usually people say something a little bit darker so it creates a silhouette. But for like stained water, so like a tequila sunrise. Actually, I got some of those here. My last Omnia order. This has been a while ago and I still haven't unboxed it, but somewhere here. This is an old school color called Tequila Sunrise. So it's like blackish, purplish, a little bit of pink on it. It's one of my dad's. Actually, it is his favorite color, but one that we used to throw a ton of. So I got some 10-inch of those. Omni had them on sale a while back. Yeah, Dizzle does have his hat on backwards tonight. I don't know what's wrong with him. He might need help. Are you being held captive in Vicky Stark's basement again?
No, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I was going to say black and blue. Black and blue is my color. Or I kind of like the Okeechobee Cross. Some do a really good version of it where it's more of a darker. The dark color on it is darker than what it normally is. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Cause some of them be more of that see-through, almost like a watermelony Okeechobee, where some have that like kind of darker green pumpkiny brown color, and then that blue, that darker blue.
Yep.
Oh, whoa. Bruce says BPS seems to be dumping the Shimano SLX rods for $50. Wow. Yeah, I got my SLX rod. I think it's Shields. I don't know if y'all have heard of Shields. I think it's more of a Midwest thing, but Shields had them for $50 off, half off when I bought mine. So maybe Shimano kind of runs, since they're more of the like the budget rod. I liked mine. I liked mine a lot. I've got the 7.2 heavy and actually I think it's the one leaning right there, a medium. I like both of them a lot.
It's that one leaning right there in a wall full of 9700.
Well, no, those are all in the stands. It's this one right here leaning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry. I apologize.
Ross, at one time it looked like we all had to have beards and hats. Yeah, if you're going to get in this live, beards and hats. We're at an hour 40. We still have 235 people watching. That blows my mind. Y'all are crazy. Oh, Creek and Trails. How are you, brother? I seen you comment earlier. It's been a minute. I forgot to say hi to you. TactCam has the fish eye cam for $99. I haven't used or know anybody that like actually uses the Tacticam, but I was going to post on Instagram because, and maybe there's people in here that have used it. I took a screenshot of this because I thought this might be kind of cool for the aluminum kayak. If I can find it here. So it's this thing called YOLO Tech. So it's $249. I know that seems steep, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that you get on it and with it. So have any of you used these YOLO Tech lights? So it comes with the stand. It's got a light on top. It's got another light for like when you're doing stuff. It's got your GoPro holder, battery mount into it, so you don't have to run power like batteries to your GoPro. It's got a bunch of other stuff like dongles, and you get a hat of crap that I don't care about, but it's got a remote so you can start and stop it. So essentially I'd have my chesty on, and then I could either have this pole in front of me or behind me. And I guess I wouldn't really need to wear my chesty. This behind me, like taking another view. I've seen people do that in kayaks. and it kind of gives a different view. So I don't know if that's something people will be interested in. $250 is kind of steep, but it's got some neat stuff with it too.
That is pretty cool. Did you talk about our outing today, Debo?
Oh, I did. Yep, I did. I did talk about our frog outing, the fun that we had.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just trying to catch up. Yeah.
I like how you said, "Do we talk about that?" Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
We talked about that while you were getting your beauty rest. Hey, it worked because you look absolutely beautiful. I don't know what you did to get that rest in, but you look absolutely gorgeous. Beard's all combed, eyes are bright.
It's not really, is it? No. Slept on.
I should say I have the 20-inch YOLOtech power pole. It's a must for any action camera. I highly recommend the Tacticam. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. I know. Oh, I think Fluke Master uses it. Gator says. Yeah, I've seen a few. Like, I really don't watch Fluke. I don't watch anybody. It's not anything against Fluke. I haven't watched him to see how he uses it. But I know like a lot of people or like yak people like that. And it is kind of hard to like film sitting down. I absolutely hate fishing sitting down. That's my one big thing on why I don't want to get a kayak. Cause on my my John boat, at least you can stand up and fish. It's still kind of sketch when you stand up, but I absolutely hate sitting and fishing. So that might be another good way to do the filming while you're sitting in the kayak or John boat something. Gnarly Charlie. I like the name Gnarly Charlie. Oh, Bill said YOLOtech combo is cool. Just use silicone to seal the electrical connections. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, especially if you tip it. I didn't even think of that. Good Lord. Yeah, that'd be a bad day. Gnarly Charlie, favorite fishing snacks. That's tough. I wouldn't say we have like a go-to. I don't really. Do you? Our favorite is stopping at Casey's while we're out to get snacks. Hey, is there a Casey's anywhere nearby? We're always asking that.
Right.
Can we hit up a Casey's?
Right. Google and tell me where the Casey's is.
What's your favorite?
I stopped at Casey's twice today. Once on the way to the water. I'm going with like a beef jerky or whatever those those little peanut bar things. Like the breakfast bar, whatever it is.
Those kind bars. I like those though. Like the real nutty bars.
I don't. Is it kind? No? Maybe not. It's the one that has the layer on the bottom of whatever. I don't know. It's amazing. I always like a good bar and then some kind of jerky to kind of.
I would say that's my deal too. I like bars. Jerky I feel is overrated because some of them are really chewy and I just don't think are good. I don't know. I think people just think they're cool to eat jerky, but some of them it's trash. It's like, I don't know. Eric with the $10 bomb. Eric, thank you very much, my friend. Also, remember, whoops, where'd we go here? Eric said Dizzle needs to put out a jig fishing 101 video. Well, Dizzle, I think we could do that sometime, don't you? How to fish a jig 101 with Dizzle.
And how to fish a jig 101 while wearing your cargo kilt.
We need to get you your dang cargo kilt.
I know. This figuring out how to get measured for a kilt kind of scares me because it uses words I've never seen before.
Just get one and go for it. Let's see. Favorite fishing snack definitely got to be the classic cheese crackers with peanut butter. Oh, I do like combos. They're horrible for you, and it's like, dude, I've loved combos ever since I was young.
Oh yeah,
I love the whole combo bag. Let's see. Power Pro, Seager, or Sunland. They are all good. Oh, it was somebody asking my favorite line. Yeah, I agree. All three of those are good. Oh, braid.
There was a question about favorite braid. Yeah, Power Pro is my go-to.
Yeah, braid. I've been using either the Daiwa J braid. I think that's probably my favorite budget braid. I've been using the P-Line TCB braid a lot, which is an 8-strand. And then actually, funny enough, I had a subscriber send me like, I don't remember how many 1,000-yard thing of Calyx braid, which is like cheap braid on Amazon. And I thought, oh, this stuff is going to suck. It's actually legit braid. Like I didn't have any break offs with it. A 65 pound, I should say, is all I've used.
It's pretty stiff though, right?
It is a little bit stiffer. Yeah, it's not like the most softest supple braid, but like 65 pound for frogging, I had zero issues with it. So
yeah, I think I used some of it too. It was pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I think I spooled one of your reels up with it. Yep.
Yeah.
Will Tommy says standing on a yak is not as sketchy as it seems. Very stable. Yeah, I've honestly never fished out of one, man. I've never fished out of a kayak. I hate sitting down and fishing has been my thing, so I've always kind of turned away from it, I guess. But yeah, I need to. Peyton, how do you fish the cross-eyes chatterbait? Just like any other chatterbait, man. Close to grass, grass lines around. Since it's the cross eyes and does have the wire, you can fish it around laydowns, logs.
What do you always have to do if you're fishing anything like that, Debo?
I knew you were going to say something. Just make sure you check the wires because they will bend. I used to have one sitting here when I could talk about it, but I don't. I cleaned up kind of some of this. Yeah, search bait, kind of your normal search bait. Anywhere you'd fish like a spinner bait or a swim jig. Just remember it's got those chatterbait properties to it, but with the wires, you can actually fish around wood. Chatterbaits for sure are the top two lures that I lose because I'll tempt fate and throw my regular chatterbaits by wood, and they don't play well with wood. So Power Pro, okay, got people talking about line, snacks, sunflower seeds. Yeah, I actually like sunflower seeds. I don't really like the sunflower seeds in the seedy part where you have to like chew them and spit the stuff out. Like shell? I just like, yeah, the shell. There we go. Yes, you're the smart one of the group. I just like the sunflower seeds where I just eat them. I don't like messing with the shell. Oh, I do like Cliff Bars. Yep. Gabriel said the same thing. Doesn't like sitting and fishing. Oh, pike and tackle. I have to have coffee. If I don't get coffee, I am a very, very angry person.
He's a little grumpy boy.
Trail mix. Oh, grumpy Debo. Randall Pink Floyd said, I'll weave you a cargo kilt out of Power Pro. I want to see, well, maybe I want to see that as long as you got shorts on under it.
I was going to say, that'd be a lot of Power Pro too. I mean,
dude, gators. That's the reason I will never eat corn nuts ever again. I've got like multiple fillings in the back because I used to drink pop all the time. And I always brush my teeth twice a day. But I have like multiple fillings in the back. I was eating corn nuts one day and busted like half a tooth off. And I had to have the whole filling crown debacle. I don't mess with corn nuts anymore. All right, let's see. Let's take a couple more questions. We're coming up to 2 hours. Let's see. 2 hours is going to be the cutting point. So if y'all have questions, comments, anything in between, this or that's, rapid fire questions, whatever you got, get them to us. 8 minutes and we're getting out of here. Randall needs more beauty sleep so he can get even more beautiful than he already is. So thoughts on custom rods acquiring to arm span and height. Gnarly Charlie, I've never got into that, man. For me, fish what's comfortable. I've got rods that are all over the spectrum. And to me, like I break rods down into two categories. So when I think of like the length of the rod, if I've got something shorter, it's going to be more of a specific deal. So jerk baits, top waters where I'm working the rod tip, like especially for bank fishing, I guess really for bank fishing, where I'm working the rod tip down, where I'm working it so I'm not hitting the weeds and the rocks and stuff, short rod. If I want something where I can really cast, or if I need a little bit of help on the hook set, I'll go to a longer rod. Longer rods, you can cast the bait way farther, but they're not as accurate. So then when I want something kind of in between, like a 7-ish foot, 7.2 is like my favorite do it all. It's very accurate. You can still get good long casts. So that's how I kind of go. I've never got into all the people measuring you and like what the perfect rod is. I don't necessarily think that exists because it depends on kind of what you're using. So.
And there would be like an issue with the type of lure too, right? Would you have to get a specific rod measured for you per application you want? So you'd need a jig rod, a chatterbait, a crankbait. You'd need all of those, right?
Yeah, I would assume it'd probably be like, what's your favorite thing? And then
sure,
like fit it to that. I don't know. Like I said, I've never gotten into all that. I don't own a custom rod. I think they're cool. I've never got into that side of stuff.
Yeah, me neither. I've seen a couple that look awesome, but yeah.
Unleaded Mountain Dew. I don't like Mountain Dew at all. I think Mountain Dew is disgusting.
Diet Mountain Dew is the way to go.
Gross. Best color combo on soft plastics, or what works best for all? If I only had one color to pick for soft plastics, green pumpkin. Plain, boring green pumpkin, because you can dye it. It's dark enough that it'll show up in dirtier water. It's still natural.
I feel like a Okeechobee craw is a really good one. I feel like it just gives it a little bit extra, and it's got the green pumpkin kind of color already in there also. So
you do like the Okeechobee crawl.
I do.
Favorite brand of hot dogs? I don't know the last time I've ate a hate dog that I have ate eaten. I don't know. I like hot dogs. Actually, I do know my favorite is the hot dogs when you go to a Hawkeye game at Carver Hawkeye Arena. They have like the steam bun and the little deal. I freaking love those hot dogs, man. I don't know what they are. They're probably just ballpark or something, but I think it's the experience. Hot dogs always taste better when it's part of an experience.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh, thoughts on the Revo STX Gator? Absolutely love it. I think it is a sick all-around reel. For $200, I think it's steep. Like if you're going to buy it new, not on sale, I would say wait. Not that it's not worth $200. So far, I've loved the reel. I actually just used it the other day, throwing a crank all day on it. But they run sales. I don't know if Abu is coming out with like a new line to replace some of that stuff on some of the Revos, or if they're just making, room for, they've got like the Xenons and whatever all that new fancy stuff is, if they're kind of clearing out some stock. But I got mine for half off. I got my STX for $99. That's a $200 reel. Amazon had them. I know Tackle Warehouse had them on sale for like $120.
Did you have me try that?
I don't think so
did,
yet. I don't think so. I don't remember.
What rod's it on?
The green Dobbins one.
Oh no.
The boom rod. But yeah, I like the STX a lot. I think it's a pretty sweet reel. Favorite lure for pressured fish and thick weeds? Well, a Texas rig Senko will get it done, or a fluke, Texas rig fluke.
Texas rig something, I would say.
Texas rig just for the versatility. Otherwise, a swim bait with a belly weighted hook. So I saw somebody mention the Beast Coast Miyagi. I can't tell you how many fish I've caught on. I haven't fished them lately. I don't think I fished them at all last year. Not this year yet. But like a belly weighted, whatever your favorite swim bait is, belly weighted EWG, so it's weedless. It'll cut through the grass really well, and whatever that natural look is, fish usually hammer it. That's another good one. Let's see. Whoops, we skipped ahead. Oh, so we got a donation too. Okay, so Eric. Damn, Eric, you donated again, brother. You didn't need to do that. Let me catch up here, Eric. I'm getting to your skipped ahead again. Okay, so my line gets caught in the chatterbait wire, Peyton says. Are you using braid? I'm guessing you're using braid. Let me know. 20 or 30 pound braid, I'm guessing, is what you're using. I'll put $50 on it. Let's see. Jig trailer or no jig trailer? Every jig or jig type thing I fish, I always have a trailer. I think it just adds to the experience.
Yep. I feel like it makes, without a trailer on it, it just doesn't make any sense in my brain. Like, trailer.
Fish will eat this jig if it's got a trailer. No trailer, fish won't eat it. Pike and tackle, this or that. OG chatterbait or jackhammers. Okay. And you have to buy them, he says. Yeah, that's the important part, cost. So I've been fishing them more this year, and I can for sure say that a regular OG chatterbait, like the $5 chatterbaits, versus a jackhammer, number one is consistency. It does have better components on it, for sure, but consistent. Like some of the OGs, you have to pop them a little bit. I know people were telling me about that. Gramps hassled me for a long time saying, dude, you got to try the jackhammers more. Got to try them more. I've been fishing those pretty much. I think that's pretty much the only thing I've thrown this year is the jackhammer and the stealth blade. And they are consistent. Now, can I say that a jackhammer will catch you that many more fish than an OG? I don't know, dude. I don't know, but they are consistent and do sound good.
Yeah, I would have to agree with everything there. I know that the jackhammer just seems to like start right away. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like with the older, or not the older, but the original chatterbaits, I will have to sometimes like give it a good little pop to get it kind of up and running, if you will. Where the jackhammer, I feel like even on the fall is chattering sometimes. You know?
Yep, very consistent. Yeah, upgraded stuff on it. So Power Pro, Fin and Fish, Unleaded Mountain Dew. Okay, whoops, I skipped ahead. Okay, Pike and Tackle. Fish Daddy Austin. Let's see, Punch. Oh, Tim, Randy, and you could go out. Killed him on the War Eagle today.
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna ask what color.
What's the most you spent on a glide bait? I have not gotten to the glide bait stuff. I actually bought the most I've spent on one was from Toxic Lures because I've had multiple people ask if I'm related to Caesar over there. I've never met the guy or talked to him, but he makes some cool stuff out of his garage. He's like a very small company. I bought one of his and they're like $90 just to support him. He had a drop. They're hard to get. My buddy Matt's like, dude, you should grab one. So I got one. I'll only fish it from a boat. It's too much to spend on a lure, but it looked cool. And he's a small bait maker. Yeah, that's his whole business is making his own lures. So let's see, had a killer sesh with the scum frog today.
It scares me.
Eric, thank you for the donation again, brother. That is very kind of you. Any advice on how to increase odds of fish not shaking off the hook when you're trying to land them from the bank? So I guess that depends. Where are you losing the fish? Like just in the fight in general as you're reeling it in? I would say number one
I would also ask.
That's true. Yep. I would say make sure you always keep tension on them. So keep the rod bent, keep the line tight. The number one thing for losing fish is slack line. So I don't care if you're bringing them through grass or wood. Like anytime you give that fish a little bit of slack, that's when they shake off. So sometimes you really can't avoid it. I mean, it's going to happen. But
I would also say in there, Debo, your combo itself, your line, what size line you're using with what type of rod as well. It could be, Eric, that you're setting the hook too hard, or you're not even setting the hook too hard, but your combo is too stout. Maybe you're ripping the fish's mouth a little bit too much, so there's a big hole versus the hook, how it should go through, make a small little hole, get stuck on the bar, the whole nine there. So that's something you also want to kind of look for if you're catching fish, or I should say when you're landing fish. Does it have a huge hole in where you set the hook at?
Yep. And kind of on the opposite side of that, if you have too heavy of a hook or too heavy of a lure and you've got like a soft combo. So if you have like a bigger jig hook and you're trying to fish it on like a medium bait casting rod, you're probably just not getting the penetration. So the hook is, just kind of hanging on, but you're not actually getting through the gristle and stuff where you've got a good solid hook set. You'd be surprised, like, especially if you're using mono, if you throw a long cast, like on a Texas rig, it takes a lot of force because mono's got a lot of stretch. If it's on a long cast, are you using maybe too short of a rod where you're just not getting that hook set? I mean, there's a bunch of different things that play into it. But number one, I'd say make sure you've got tension on them the whole time, because what I see a lot of new people do is they'll set the hook so you get that hook penetration, and then the first thing they do is they'll drop the rod, boom, slack, and then they start reeling. So as soon as you set that hook, make sure you've got tension the whole time you're reeling down into it. Don't ever let them pop off, that way. That's the number one thing. A ton of new people, boom, set the hook, then they drop the rod and then start reeling. Otherwise, yeah, like Randy said, that's a very good point. Is it too stiff of a combo? You don't have enough bend. If you're using like a heavy rod with braid, there's no bend in it. That's for like the real thick stuff. Yeah, if you're fishing like that, man, you hit them hard and you're winching them into you as quick as you can. You can't play them. You know, whereas if you're using like 10-pound monofilament that's got stretch and you've got, you know, a little bit of drag letting out, you can kind of play that fish. So a number
And
of
we both
variables.
experienced
Sorry
it
that.
today using super heavy combos through super thick slop. We were doing everything that we needed to, and just even halfway through the fight, they just came unplugged. So
Yep.
sometimes you just never know.
All right, we're at 2 hours. We are actually past 2 hours. Y'all got your money's worth tonight. So hopefully you all enjoyed. I appreciate everybody jumping on tonight. It was a fun one. Lots of questions, lots of this and that. Donations, people like Eric, Rob. I appreciate everybody that donated tonight. All my members again, thank you all. And Randy, thanks for jumping on. I know it was a little late to the party, but we appreciate getting to see you, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sorry about that. We'll make it up to you on the next one.
Hey.
I don't know how, but we'll do that.
I'll charge you. You have to do it in a kilt the whole live. All right. Listen, we're getting out of here, everyone. Love you all. Thanks for watching.